They say life can take everything from you in a single moment, your job, your peace, your people, even your will to fight, but there are a few people, rare souls, who even when life breaks them completely, somehow find the strength to rise again. This is the story of one such man, a man who lost everything, but refused to give up on himself. Aarav was an ordinary man with big dreams. He wasn't born rich, but he worked hard. Every single day, he built a small workshop from scratch, fixing electronics for people in his town. It wasn't fancy, but it was his pride. He had a wife, Mira, and a little daughter, Anya. For him, they were his entire world. Every night, when he came home tired, Anya would run into his arms, and Mira would smile. That simple smile that made all his struggles worth it. Years passed, and life was steady, until one year, everything started to fall apart, one piece at a time. It started with a fire. A short circuit in his workshop burned down everything. His tools, his savings, his years of effort. The insurance claim got delayed, and customers stopped coming. He borrowed money to restart, but debts kept growing faster than hope. Soon after, his wife fell sick. The medical bills were heavy. Aarav worked day and night, taking whatever jobs he could find, but no matter how hard he tried, things kept slipping through his fingers. One evening, as he walked home with empty pockets, the landlord handed him an eviction notice. He just stood there, staring at the paper. Numb, silent. In 1 year, he had lost his business, his home, and the confidence he once carried so proudly. That night, sitting on a bench near the roadside, Aarav looked up at the sky and whispered, "Why me? What did I do wrong?" But there was no answer, just silence. Days turned into weeks. He started working at a small repair shop, earning barely enough for food. He avoided people. He couldn't bear their pity. One afternoon, as he sat fixing a broken radio, he overheard a young boy outside crying. The boy's toy car had stopped working. Aarav looked at the child, and for the first time in months, he smiled. He called the boy over and said gently, "Let me see it. Maybe it just needs a little care." He fixed it in minutes. The boy's eyes lit up with joy as he ran to show his mother. That small moment did something to Aarav. He realized, maybe he had lost his things, but not his skill. Maybe he had lost his shop, but not his purpose. And that thought, that tiny spark, changed everything. That night, Aarav couldn't sleep. He kept thinking, if he could fix broken things for others, maybe he could rebuild himself too. The next morning, he made a small wooden board. On it, he wrote, "Fixing what's broken, low-cost repairs." He placed it near the local market and started working right there on the roadside. People began to notice, at first, just a few small items. A fan, a watch, a phone, then more came. His honesty and skill spread by word of mouth. Within months, he was able to rent a small corner shop again. Humble, but full of hope, and this time, Aarav didn't just work for money. He started training young boys who had dropped out of school. He told them, if life breaks you, fix yourself first, just like these wires. Years later, Aarav's workshop became known as the Hope Corner. People came not just to repair things, but to feel encouraged, to talk, to smile again. Aarav never became rich, but he built something far greater, a life that inspired others to believe again. He often told his daughter, now grown up, "You don't lose when life takes everything, you lose when you stop believing in yourself." So if you're watching this and feeling like everything is falling apart, remember Aarav's story. You might have lost money, people, or peace, but as long as you still have you, as long as your heart beats with even a drop of hope, you can start again, because sometimes the most powerful thing you can ever do is simply refuse to give up on yourself.